Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how I designed this amazing social media flyer right here in Photoshop, and as usual I'm going to be giving you all the assets and resources that I used to design it. Alright, but before we get started, I'd like you to smash the like button, drop a comment, share this video, and of course subscribe to this channel because you're going to get more amazing content along the way. Without talking so much, let's get right into the video. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new file. And as usual it's going to be social media Instagram portrait size, which is 1080p by 1350. Actually the Instagram portrait size has been changed to 1080p by 1440, but I'm still going to use this 1350 for now because that's the size that I used for the original flyer. Alright, so you can see what my settings are. I'm going to change the background to transparent. I'm going to make sure it's an artboard by clicking this checkbox, and I'll click on create. And I hope you can't hear that background noise because heavy rain is falling, but if you can hear it, my apologies. Alright, so once the artboard has been created, the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to create a rectangle. Create a rectangle that will cover the entire background. Alright, so once the rectangle is created, I'm going to come down here to FX and I'll click on gradient overlay. Alright, I believe I already have the gradient I want to use, so let me search for it. So just click on the gradient and you can now edit it, but I think I already have the gradient that I want. Alright, so you can see, look at this part. This is the hex code. Okay, no, sorry. Alright, this is the hex code for the first slider, and then this is the hex code for the second slider. Alright, so you can just copy it and then you can get the same thing that I'm getting. Alright, so now that I have this, I'm going to click OK, and I'm going to kind of play around a bit with this. Okay, so you can leave your angle at -52, you can leave your scale at 108, and you click on OK. Alright, so the next thing I'll do is I'll bring in my color palette. Okay, and I'll take it to the top. Alright, and I'll click OK. Once my color palette has been brought in, then I'll bring in my logo next. Okay, I'm going to reduce the size. I'll take it up. We'll have to zoom in to see what we are doing. I'll reduce the size. Then I'm going to write my tagline, which is God, track, and protects. And I'll change the font to Railway. That's the name of the font I used. You can download it. Alright, so I'll change the color to white so that it will have proper contrast against the dark background. Okay, so let me change it from semi-bold to medium. I think medium is okay. The line spacing, the tracking should be 0. Alright, then I'll reduce the size as well. It's still looking too big, so I'll still reduce it. I'll press enter. Then while holding my control button, I'll left click on the logo to create a selection of the logo. Then I'll select the tagline layer, and then I'll come to the top and I'll press this to make sure that it is centralized against the logo. And I'll press Ctrl D to deselect. And I'm going to select the logo and the tagline. I'll press Ctrl G to group it. I'm going to rename it to top, because that's what at the top of the flyer, and then I'll come back here and centralize it. Alright, so now it has been centralized. We have our logo and we have our tagline. Next thing I'll bring in is the image, the main image. Okay, so I'm just going to drag it and drop, and then I'll increase the size like this. I'll press enter, and then I'll take it to the bottom. Right, once it's there, I'm going to hide it for now. Then I'll select my text tool. I really hope you guys can hear this background noise. I really hope you can hear it because it's a lot. Alright, so I'll select my text tool, and I'll just draw a text box like this. Alright, I'll go and select the text, the headline. This is it. I'll copy it, I'll paste it, and I'll actually modify it to track your device when it's alright. So you can see what we have. I want to make sure that it's center alignment, and I'll centralize it. I'll change it from medium to, let's see, extra bold. No, extra bold is too much. Let's try semi bold. Let's try bold. Okay, I'll leave it at bold. I'll centralize it, take it up a bit. Alright, then I'll highlight this matters most because I feel it's a keyword, and I'll change the color to this light blue here from the color palette, and I'll click on OK. I'll click on OK. Then I'll select my text tool. I'll create another text box. To create a text box, just left click and drag. Okay, left click and drag. Then I'll select my subtext. I'll copy it, I'll paste it, right? And then I'll come here, I'll reduce the size. Let's try 16. I'll change the color to white. 16 looks too small, so we'll increase it to 24. 24 still looks small. Let's try 30. Alright, so maybe we'll go with 30. We'll change it from bold to medium, or rather regular. Bold to regular. Press Ctrl T, increase the size a little bit. Alright, then next time I'm going to just adjust the text box to fit the actual size of the text. So I'll zoom in. Alright, I'll close up the text box, press enter. Alright, let me actually undo. Okay, I'll just close up the text box like this. Alright, then I'm going to centralize the text. I'll move it up a bit. The next I'm going to do, select the rectangle tool. I'll come and create a rectangle like this to cover up. I'll take it behind the text, but I'm going to come here and reduce the fill. Go to the properties panel, reduce the fill. Right. Oh, you know what? Leave the fill. You can leave it to be any color. Right. You can leave it to be any color. Then come up here to fill under opacity and reduce it to 0. Then right click on it, go to blending options. Where is blending options? Okay, go to blending options, then add a stroke, right? Go to, in the fill type, change it from color to gradient. Then in the gradient, select white. You can make this side to be white, click OK. Then you can make the right hand side to be blue, this light blue here. I'm going to select it from the text, click OK. Then you can come to the middle and you can add another one. Make sure that it's at 50. the location is at 50. It can be any color, but the point is that also come to the top, add another one, make sure the location is at 50, and make sure the opacity is at 0. So I don't know if you understand what is happening here. There are now 3 points in the gradient. The first gradient is white, the middle can be any color, but it will be preferable if the middle color is either something on the left or on the right. So it's the blue on the right, and then on the right hand side you have blue. All right, so the first one is at 0% location, the zero location, which is the very beginning. The second slider is at 50%, 50 location, which is at the direct middle, and then the last one is at 100. The location is 100. I don't know if you understand. Now the three sliders at the top, they control the opacity. So the first one, opacity is 100. That means that white is showing fully. The second one, opacity is 0, which means it's not showing. Then the last one, opacity is 100. That means it's showing. So you've created kind of a gradient. Now if you click on OK, come and go to the angle, select 0 as the angle. Click OK. And if you see what we have here, I hope you see what we have. On the left hand side is white, in the middle is transparent, and on the right hand side it is what? It is blue. Alright, so that's the effect that I created. Alright, so you can come here, turn the radius to maybe 20. Alright, turn the radius to 20, so you can see what we have so far. You can see what we have so far. You can see what we have so far. Isn't that beautiful? Alright, so now that we have that, you can unhide the wall. You can unhide the background image that you brought in. You can just take it down a little bit. Alright, so now all that text, select all of them and then move it to the top. Move it to the top. Alright, so I'm just trying to make space because there's going to be a call to action at the bottom. Okay, so now that we have that, select your background image and then come and create a mask. Once that mask is created, select your gradient tool, right, come to the top, click on where the gradient is, then select this one in the middle, use black to white, and make sure your foreground color is black. Then come to the gradient, left click and drag, left click and drag. Okay, you can see what I've done. Then you can just click anywhere. Oh, if I had the text, you can see, press shift and click on the mask. You can see the difference before and after. I have kind of created a smooth overflow, right, to guide it. Now select that same background, select screen. Alright, you can see the difference between screen and normal. Screen has made it brighter. Alright, now you can bring back the text. Okay, so you can see what we have currently. Now the last step is to create our call to action. So to create this call to action, I'm going to first of all create a rectangle at the bottom, right, and I'll make sure that it's on top of the background, and then I'll change the color to blue, this light blue, right. So that's the first thing. Once that blue rectangle has been created, I'll select, next thing I'll do is I'll select my pen tool, and then I'll click here outside. I'll hold my shift, I'll click to make sure there's a straight line, and I'll click here this again diagonally, hold my shift, click, and then I'll close it up. So you're just left clicking basically, and I'll double click on the shape, I'll turn it to white, press Ctrl T, and then you can resize it however you want. You can resize it. So this is basically what I have. So you can take your time to make your own look better than this. Mine looks a little bit shabby, I won't lie, but I'm going to leave it like this regardless. Alright, so just like that, we have our what? We have our call to action space. So next thing I'll do is I'll bring in this. Okay, this button, because we're trying to get the users to buy an app All right, then I'll come here and I'll copy our call to action. Get spray now. All right, I'll select my text tool. I'll zoom in and I'll paste the text. I'll change the color. You're not seeing it because it's white, so I'll change the color to black. Get spray now. Okay, I'll just push it here. So kind of cover up this space. I'll create like a line from here to here. Hold your shift while you're drawing the line to make it straight. Alright, I'll change the color of the line to black so it can be visible, so you can see it. Then on this other side, I'm going to write the website www.spire.com, and I'm going to write the handle at spy.re. I'll change the color of the text to white, and then I'll move it. I'll move it so it can be visible. Okay, you can see what we have. Alright, so it's as simple as that. So our footer has been created. Now go to the very top of the this thing and press Ctrl Shift or W, and it's going to create, sorry, not Ctrl Shift or W, press Ctrl Shift Alt E to create a snapshot of all the layer. Right click and convert it to a smart object. Then you're going to go to filter, go to camera raw filter to kind of edit the image so that it will stand out. Once you're in camera raw filter, you're going to go to exposure, increase it a little bit, increase the contrast. Basically just play around with the sliders. You can take your time and make sure it's the same figures that I'm using, but if you don't want it to be the same, you can want to experiment on your, that's also fine. Alright, so I don't have like a specific technique. I keep on saying this in all my videos. I don't have a specific technique I use to edit my flyers at the end, so I just experiment and whatever looks nice I go with it. Alright, but you can take your time to make sure that you're following me if you want the results I'm getting. Right, so with that, we have come to the end of this tutorial. I hope you learned something new, and if you did, tell me what you learned in the comments. Smash the like button, drop a follow, or rather subscribe to this channel, and of course share this video to a friend that you think will benefit from it. All right, till we meet again, I'll catch you in the next video.